And the Jammy Dodger on stage here at the International Darts Open here at the Saxon Arena in Riesa, fighting it out for a place in the quarterfinals of the 7th European Tour event of the PDC calendar of 2016. The 9-time major finalist Terry the Ball Jenkins versus a man who, I swear, you could hit him in the face with a baseball bat and he would still be smiling. It's James Wilson. Absolutely delighted to make his third walk-on of the weekend. The man who knocked out the former World Championship finalist Andy Hamilton in the opening round. Then he knocked out the defending champion here in Riesa, Michael Smith, in the last round. And he averaged 100 in so doing. If James Wilson can reproduce that kind of form for the rest of today here in Riesa, he could go on to claim a first PDC ranking title. Dan Dawson in the commentary box for this one. Paul Nicholson sat alongside me, and I know you were particularly impressed with James Wilson yesterday, Paul. Yeah, his approach play, as we call it, was just nothing short of exceptional. I think 174s, 171s. He scored so consistently, and he really didn't give much of a chance to Michael Smith. And even when he was going for a 9-dart finish,
first leg,
he had to hit it.
Throw first. Game on.
Yeah, that game against Michael Smith, the defending champion, which James Wilson won yesterday, we did see Michael Smith miss double 12 for the 9-darter. Would have been the first 9-darter on the European Tour for 3 years, more than 3 years. Could 59. We have one today? It seems I ask that every day we come to the European Tour, and the answer has been an emphatic no since 2013. But I remain optimistic, and maybe it's one of these guys that could do it.
It could be Terry Jenkins, who was involved in a right scrap with Darren Webster yesterday. Darren Webster doing everything the hard way this weekend, with his darts, without his darts, with his pants, without his pants. But against TJ, just came up short, no pun intended.
60.
Yeah, he did miss a match dart, Darren Webster. Had a dart at tops, his favourite double, to beat Terry Jenkins. Didn't take it out, and the Bull won it 6-5. Only averaged just short of 91 in that game. So room for
100.
Improvement for Terry the Bull.
And Terry was saying in his post-match interview yesterday how hot it was on stage. Well, it feels a little cooler today, thanks to that rain and
100.
storm-like weather we've got outside. So hopefully he'll be a bit more comfortable today. And if he lifts his game, he can definitely contend today, because he's someone who's been to a final in Europe before.
Yes, he has. He made the final in Gibraltar.
100.
Last year, made the final in Gibraltar, lost to Michael van Gerwen. That was Michael van Gerwen, as he tends to do nowadays. He starts off the European Tour each year just by winning a number
100.
of titles in succession. This year he won the first 3. Last year he won 4 in a row, and it was here in Riesa that his unbeaten run was brought to an end by Benito van der Pas, and we will see Benito in action later on, the finalist last year, beaten by Michael Smith.
60.
But as we've already said, Michael Smith isn't going to defend his title. James Wilson took him out yesterday with a superb performance. So who is going to be the winner? We've got a number of European Tour champions
90.
in the field.
It's very, very interesting that today, with so many people in the field that haven't won Pro Tour events or even European events, they've still got a huge chance. Talking earlier in
125.
who are people's favourites?
Terry
Well,
92.
in my opinion, you've got to put Hybrex as favourite after his performance against Joe Cullen last night.
Well, he was very good.
Game shot on the first
And that
leg.
was very good from Terry Jenkins. Holds his
Second
throw
leg is
for a
James
1-0
throw
lead.
first. Game on.
And certainly Kim Hybrex will be one to watch. He's a man who has won 2 European Tour titles, the Hurricane. But you look at the top half of the draw, and this is why it's so easy with these final days of action. It's all as the Tour bracket. So we had the first game on, Jordi Maywisser. He beat Ryan Meikle. He played the winner, or will play the winner of that second game, which turned out to be Mensur Suljovic, only just against Jelle Klaasen.
58.
The winner of this one will play the winner of our next game, and that is Dave Chisnell against Andy Bolton. And Chizzy will be the overwhelming favourite for that. Andy Bolton benefited from a dreadful display from Alan Norris yesterday.
140.
Quite capable, Andy Bolton, but the way Dave Chisnell has been playing ever since he got knocked out of the Premier League has been stunning, and he's made 2 European Tour finals this year, just come off the back of a World Series final in Perth as well. He is the standout candidate from that top half of the draw, if you think somebody in that top half is going to go on and maybe win it or to certainly make the final.
Yeah, absolutely right. James Wilson will not be happy with the way he started this match. The way he scored yesterday, he'll be saying to himself
78.
before he goes on stage today, let's just do the same. Well, unfortunately, so far, it hasn't panned out that way. So he needs to get one of those fourth magic
95.
visits going.
Well, he was so good at this yesterday. Darts 10, 11 and 12 in a number of legs. He was hitting 3 trebles. Not going to happen this time. But if he hits 2, well, he needs 1.
94.
Okay, well, he has got 1 and he is down to a finish, but it's a big one. And Terry Jenkins is probably thinking, I've got 6 darts from here, and he would have preferred dart number 1 not to be in the fat 5.
Absolutely right. When you're on 208, you're thinking 140 leaves a lovely number. 180 leaves you a double. Especially wasn't thinking about leaving 164.
Certainly not. James Wilson's just being allowed to set this up. So 80 scored. Look at the treble 10.
110.
Yeah. And he's also been allowed to get himself into the game, get some rhythm and get his range on that 60 because he hasn't really found it as of yet. But sitting on 36 after 15 when your opponent can't take a 164,
James,
he'll take that right now.
Well, he's got to clear it up, and that's the thing. Double 18, he's looking out for 1 apiece. James Wilson. Double 18. Still, double 18.
No score.
Just not at the races yet, is he?
110.
So
Really
TJ can really sweep this up, but needs a good first start. Might stay there, you know.
Yeah, he did do it. Would have left double 15, but he thought the lie was good. And we mentioned this yesterday with Terry Jenkins. He's a guy who
70.
starts. They go into a board at an angle where he seems quite happy going over or underneath them. He doesn't seem like he gets much of a benefit from where it lies, but he doesn't get anything making it harder for himself either.
Well, talk about making it hard for yourself. James Wilson, unfortunately, is doing that right now.
Oh,
32.
And he doesn't understand that at all. And
40.
I, too, don't, because that was a big, big miss.
Game shot on the
That is a knot, though.
Terry Jenkins.
So James Wilson all of a sudden
first.
has some food for thought.
Game on.
Few wide darts. Maybe he's not too comfortable up there today, but got to fix this situation fast because Terry Jenkins won't look back.
Well, that is a candidate for worst dart of the weekend.
140.
It missed its target by an absolute mile in darts terms. And it ultimately has contributed to him losing that leg against the throw. Terry Jenkins has a 2-0 lead.
90.
And this is not the standard of performance we saw from James Wilson yesterday. We did say that if he played, as he did yesterday, and that's unfortunate for Terry, but a great recovery. If he played at the standard he did against Michael Smith all the way through today, he's quite capable of going and winning this tournament. He's just had, he never made a semi-final in the PDC in a ranking event. The last 2 Players' Championship events made semi-finals in 2 consecutive days. I mean, it's an incredible weekend for him. And you wonder if that is a genuine step forward and a sign of things to come, or whether it was just a little purple patch, and that's just
105.
Everybody has little good weekends, good days here and there. But if it is a sign of what James Wilson settling down and getting to grips with life in the PDC and believing that he can go deep into tournaments, people better watch out. He's BDO #1 for a reason before he moved over.
Absolutely right, with some big tournament wins. And it's the beauty of the game, isn't it, that yesterday he was faultless.
60.
In my opinion, he was faultless. And today, maybe he's got out the wrong side of the bed. But then again, that's not an excuse because in the hotel there's only one side of the bed you can get out of. So we've got to think of something else.
100. Terry
Ton gets him down to a finish, but Jenkins looking at 76 for a 3-0 lead and to, effectively be halfway through to the quarterfinals.
36.
Misses tops, but it's a big
James
one that Wilson's been left.
156.
Could this be the visit that kick-starts this match for James Wilson?
Well, he needs it. Only one way to go, the Barney shot. But I think his first dart, on the whole, has been there. It's been a bit high. He's adjusting too much. Just
60.
hasn't got his range.
Terry require 40.
Close in on that 60 and fast. Because
Game
TJ is not going to look back, like I said, in the last leg.
Forward leg is James to throw first.
Especially when he keeps leaving his favourite double, which is double top.
Well, Terry Jenkins is 3-0 up here, and this leg is absolutely huge because James Wilson needs to kick into gear because I don't think he can afford to lose
60.
this one. if he were to go 2 breaks down, 4-0 down to the 9-time major finalist, Terry Jenkins, it is going to take something Herculean to turn this match around.
What did you call Terry Jenkins yesterday? He thinks he's the unluckiest dart player in the world.
God, he's told me that so many times. The amount of times Terry has come off stage and said, oh, they always play like that against me. All these players, I'm the unluckiest player in the world.
108!
That is a 180 for James Wilson. We said he needed to kick in, and maybe this is it. Terry will also conveniently forget all those times, like yesterday when Darren Webster missed a match dart against him.
43.
Or somebody's played absolutely hopelessly against him and he's coasted to a win without really trying.
But in this case, James Wilson has been flying the last few weeks and he hasn't brought his best game, but he's starting to get that range.
96.
Ever so slightly. That 180 was a huge, huge confidence boost for him.
I think he just seemed to have been... I don't think he's worried. You know, Terry's not going to leave a finish there even if he fills this up. Which he doesn't. So it doesn't really matter that James Wilson left a bogey number there. There are times when it's okay to leave 165, and when you're 300 points ahead, that's one of those times.
And when you're about to hit a 133.
59.
Yeah, settle for 59.
Oh, yeah, he's going to have to. Because Kirk Bevins is not going to give him any more than that, that's for sure.
Not a generous man, is he, Kirk?
No. You can't phone a friend. You can't ask the audience.
180.
And you can't have a 50-50.
6.
50 and 50, and a 6 is what he wants, though. Treble 18 is the shot. It's gone next door. So TJ can come back, potentially hit another double top.
37.
And go 4-0 up.
And
he's treble 19 first. Treble 19. Right in the middle. Tops. He's got 2 in hand. I think he thought that was in, you know.
He was walking.
87.
Oh, well, it was only a few moments ago we were saying it's okay to leave 165. Terry Jenkins is absolutely nowhere, but the maximum has dragged him back into this leg. Wilson under massive pressure to hold his throw. We said he needed to win this leg. Can he do it? Double 6. Yes, he can. Wilson on the board.
Fifth leg is Terry to throw first.
Get your Jammy Dodgers going. A nice clean finish. Not the easiest finish in the world, and when you're hitting 2 green bits like that, clean as a whistle, that will get your attention.
60.
Big moment in the game there, you feel. Had it gone 4-0, and Jenkins had a couple of darts there, that might have been the game right there, but Wilson, having got the first leg for himself,
140.
fires in a ton 40. If he can break Jenkins here, we have got a completely different game. This is the beauty of these games, particularly short format. There's time 93. For the momentum to switch back and forth. You know, one man can have the upper hand and it can change 2, 3, even 4 times in these short format games. But within the space of a minute and a half, Terry Jenkins has gone from having this game in the palm of his hand to being made to worry.
And worry he may, because James Wilson has found his range all of a sudden. And when he finds it,
42.
He genuinely doesn't let it go. So 181 after 6 is exceptionally world class. What's he going to leave? Oh, that'll help. And that'll help as well.
131.
Any price of bullseye?
For a 10-darter?
No price.
I've seen players do it.
Yeah,
Phil Taylor on the European Tour.
Phil Taylor's done it against Gary Mawson.
58.
Guy did it against Wes
50.
at the Worlds. Tong Chi Royden Lam.
Ah, well, Royden Lam, the man with the incredible specs. Well, there'll be no bullseye because he's not a showboater. Boo him. Boo him, Risa.
An
11-darter is all you're getting.
6 leg is James
11 will do.
First.
And we are back with a very tight game. I mentioned earlier about James Wilson's shoes.
Ah, yes, you did point these out in the walk-on.
Rather snazzy, classy pair of shoes. Comfortable they look too. Wow. So just goes to show you guys out there who are aspiring dart players, get yourself a nice pair of shoes, practice in them and play in them. Get used to them because they're a big weapon.
Do you practice in the same shoes you play on stage in?
Absolutely right.
And
Phil Taylor's advice.
Where do the boat shoes that you took on stage for your exhibition yesterday feature in this?
They don't. So that says that in the exhibition when I hit a 15-darter and a 13-darter, it must have been a
28.
Yeah, just to clarify, the broadcast cut off yesterday. We only had 6 games yesterday because of the withdrawals of Michael Van Gerwen and Darryl Gurney. Paul Nicholson
100.
We had a bit of time to fill, and what do all the German darts fans want? They want Paul Nicholson. They want the asset. So he went up on stage, played a couple of exhibition legs. 15 darter, 13 darter, 107 average.
I'm not going to say I had the highest average yesterday at all.
Well, you may not
100.
say it, but it's a fact.
It's only 2 legs, though.
Wow.
Probably would have come down to 65 by the end of 11 legs.
But irrespective of
100.
Paul Nicholson's darting
James
exploits this weekend and his
136.
107 average, James Wilson has got down to 136 and he's maybe about to level this game up. He's got 6 darts from 136, just wants to set this up. Double 18 left if he hits the treble 20. And that's
100.
exactly what he's done. And after that 11 darter to break Terry Jenkins, James Wilson may be about to pull it back to 3-all. And remember, Terry Jenkins had 2 darts for a 4-0 lead, and that may have been that.
It could have been. I could have really kicked James
25.
Wilson in the guts, but I tell you what, that's a kick in the guts.
36.
Because Terry Jenkins can't come back, even if James Wilson misses this double 18, which I can't see him missing.
Game shot on the 6th leg. James
And
Wilson.
there is the proof.
7th leg is Terry to throw first.
11 and 13. James Wilson is back into this match, and he's giving Terry Jenkins a lot to think about.
100.
11 darter, 13 darter back-to-back legs. Who does he think he is? Paul Nicholson?
He's better than me.
Good darts, James Wilson, and he's carrying on. 3 legs on the spin. That's unfortunate.
That's something in James Wilson's game
120.
that happened a lot in his early part of his PDC career. For whatever reason, had a lot of slap darts against the flights that would end up on the floor. He has rectified that a lot
96.
recently, and I think that's one of the reasons why he's playing better.
It was weird. Earlier on this year in the European Tour, I'm trying to think where it was. It might have been Hamburg. And we saw him. He's got different flights in at the minute as he looks to fill this up. And there you go. 180 for James Wilson. That is his 3rd. And you can see the averages there. 110 on the first 9. Fully 20 points clear of Terry Jenkins. 11 points clear on the overall average.
134.
He has upped his game significantly after a really ropey 2.5, 3 legs at the start of it. But yeah, he's the flights he had early on in the European Tour when we saw him this year, they almost looked upside down. They looked like they were in the wrong way. And I remember he had one
57.
weird bounce out where the dart slapped against the board and jammed under the wire of what it was just, I've never seen anything like it. But his darts go in strange ways when it looks a very solid throw that he's got. There's not much to go wrong with it.
144.
We're about to find out how solid this throw could be. He needs to hit this 144. He wants to go up against TJ. It's not going to happen. Good dart, though. That's even better. Can he lay it up?
100.
That'll do.
Terry Uruguay.
Can Terry take this out? Got 3 in hand. Missed 10s before when he had it. Hasn't had a shot at 5s in this match.
30.
Oh, it's all going wrong. All of a sudden, a lovely lay up for the 131. James Wilson will think it's Christmas.
He put himself in the position to stop the rot. Oh, he's at the double 7. Now he's got to go up to the 9s. And
26.
doesn't find it.
Did you see the little nod from Terry Jenkins in the back as if to say he's going to hit this? Oh, you're going to hit double 5? Got to go to the right. What a shot.
On the 7th leg.
Terry Jenkins has stopped the rot.
8th leg is James to throw first. Game on.
Big sigh of relief from TJ. See it on the right-hand side of the screen. Little wipe of the brow as well, as if to say, right, okay, that's that. Let's move on.
Well, Terry Jenkins missed 2 darts for a 4-0 lead.
96.
James Wilson had just missed 2 darts for a 4-3 lead. And we saw that when Terry missed those darts earlier on, the game changed. And James Wilson really came back into it and has that little period of play there. Just seen the game change again. Jenkins kicks off 140. Wilson now under massive pressure. He was cruising, he was motoring past his opponent, or it looked to be.
It's like three leg spells at the moment, isn't it? We could well see Terry Jenkins win this 6-3 with 3 legs for TJ, 3 legs for Wilson, and 3 legs for Terry again. Momentum shifts have been all over this game.
42.
Just the 42 though. And that opens the door for Wilson. Can he step through it?
Well, that range has gone a little bit now.
45.
And before he was hitting 140s and 180s. Now we're looking at 45s. Not what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, Jenkins stolen the darts. Real opportunity here if he was to break.
59.
5-3 up with the throw in 2 of the 3 remaining legs. Jenkins, heavy favourite if he can convert this advantage into a 5-3 lead. Wilson needs more. He's getting more. Can he get the lot? He can! What a response! 4 maximums for the jammy dodger.
We had an absolutely incredible match last time around with Mensah Suljovic and Jelle Klassen. 11 holes of throw in a row.
60.
Thanks to a wonderful 121 on double 14 at the end. Could we be staring down the barrel of another 6-5 here? James Wilson probably would have taken a one-leg shootout when he was 3-0 down.
59.
59 leaves him 80. Wrestled his way back into this leg. He was in trouble earlier on, James Wilson. Jenkins, if he finds a treble, it leaves him a 2-dart finish. Well, treble 20 at any rate. Doesn't
60.
get it. So Wilson...
require 80.
80 needed. Treble 20 for double 10. Unless he goes 2 tops. Yeah, sensible way. Double 10 for 4 apiece. It's kicked over to the left a bit. Does that make it awkward? Not awkward enough.
Leg, James Wilson. 9th leg is Terry.
Don't think about it, just go for it.
On.
That's his mantra. Absolutely. James Wilson 4-4 now. This game has had its shifts in momentum. 3 legs. Now it's 1 leg each. I think we're just basically down to a best of 3 here. Let's see who's the best. Terry Jenkins with a solid ton to start. Leg number 9.
Well, look, James Wilson had that little spell to level the match up. He went 11-dart break, 13-dart hold. If he can do something similar, the back end of this game, that may be enough. But Terry's quite capable of chucking in a couple of 11-darters himself. This is the problem. If you get in a close game and you're playing the caliber of players these guys are, you know they have it in their locker to just go, 11-darter, thank you very much, off you go. Doesn't matter if you're Phil Taylor, you've got very little you can do if they chuck a couple of 11-darters at you.
60.
That's right. That first dart on Terry's last visit was literally the perfect dart for him to build on. And doesn't like that because he can't really get it in between.
Is that the Icelandic chant going on?
As soon as you mention Phil Taylor.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
What is
it's like he's here.
Beetlejuice. Now then, James Wilson. That is 5 maximums for the man from Huddersfield, and it gets him right back in this leg. Pressure on Terry Jenkins. Oh, what pressure? 9-time major finalist. Just does what he wants. Treble 19.
139.
That's to settle for the 139.
As soon as you said Beetlejuice, there were 3 in the treble 20.
Should have said it again. He's at the top 5.
Perfect timing. Yeah, Terry looking at 62.
85.
To get back in front.
62.
Important last start from Wilson there to apply a bit of pressure, but Terry Jenkins, double 8. Ooh,
46.
Well, that treble 20 with the last start from Wilson means he's left 116. So 1 treble gets him a dart at a double for a 5-4 lead and a break, and to go within 1 leg of the quarterfinals.
Yes. 17. Tops. Terry's favourite. He will hate it if it goes in. And it goes in!
9th leg, James Wilson.
Oh, that picture tells a story.
10th leg is
Little
James
close of the eyes as if to say, go on, son.
Game on.
That is one heck of a shot, and there's a little wry smile from Terry Jenkins there.
And Terry is an advocate for tops and 10s. It has maybe let him down a little bit in this match, but when he had that 62, I'm not so sure he's comfortable down
80
in that 16s and 8s region. I thought he might have gone treble 14, double 10.
You see James Wade go that way for 62. James Wade tries to avoid double 16, double 8 as much as possible. He's always a tops and 10s man.
Yeah.
Gary Anderson, another
81.
man who likes his tops 10s and double 12.
Yeah.
But ultimately, James Wilson, I mean, he does have a higher average in this game. He has played solid stuff. He's had 5 180s in this game, and he's chucked them in at some crucial times. In fact, he's at a 180 in 5 different legs. 4 of them he's won, so they've been crucial in helping him win those legs. Not been losing causes. That is Terry Jenkins' second 180, and this is a leg he needs to win.
Interestingly enough, I think Terry Jenkins is in the same position he was in yesterday with Darren Webster. He was 5-4 down. He's put in a maximum.
60.
And then he stole it at the end. So A little bit of history repeating itself, possibly?
Well, Terry Jenkins had to rely on Darren Webster missing a match dart against him and is the unluckiest
100.
player in the world. Trademark.
I wouldn't mind seeing that last dart in slow motion. What a shot that was. That was a worldie of a 60.
Well, there's the one. If he can find a treble again. Yeah, what a dart that is. Level pegging here. 140 plays 140. Who can take it out? Massive moment in this game. Terry Jenkins might be about to do it. He might be about to do it. Double 10.
130.
That came out a little bit left.
Change you require 140.
Can James Wilson do one better? He's coming back. If he misses this 140, Terry Jenkins will have that double 5, which he's already missed in this match quite a few times.
He may not get a go.
Might not get a go indeed. Oh boy.
He might not get
I take
a go.
a 140 and I raise you a 140 finish from James Wilson.
James Wilson.
A professional game from both guys. Terry Jenkins will rue some missed starts at double. He could have won this match. I tell you what, the guy who's been dancing and the guy with the snazzy shoes, the jammy dodger, progresses to the next stage, Dan Dawson.
What a shot that was. You won't see many better this weekend. There was a 1-4-1 to save the game from Michael Barnard earlier on this weekend. But at 140 to win the match against Terry Jenkins, James Wilson through to the quarterfinals of the European Tour for the first time. We will see him this evening against either Andy Bolton or Dave Chisnell. We're going to find out which player he faces in just a few moments' time, as soon as Elmar Polka lassos him in for a quick chat.
Congratulations, great match. After 0-3 in the beginning, you had problems, and then you got better and better.
Yeah, better and better. I just started off slow. And, it's a different day, you know, and you've got to get used to it. Terry, fantastic play. You know he's going to start in 180s, double tops. He never misses, and I was surprised that he missed a few, to be honest. But the last two finishes, I think 117, 140. I think that clinched it for me, really.
And even though I was sure you would hit it, you looked so confident.
As soon as he missed his, I thought, right, this is your chance. You need to hit this. And first treble went in, second treble went in, and then double 10, so happy days.
And then it looked so easy. Congratulations, we'll see you later again. James Wilson.